What is good, you guys? This is Steven with All Talk On, and today we are going to be doing another edition of In Case You Didn't Know, where I just go over things that, hey, you might not know. Today, we're going to be covering hard drives. At least, you know, what little stuff I know about hard drives. You guys got to remember, I'm still a noob at all this stuff. I'm a PC noob. I was an Xbox for, ever, and then all of a sudden PC came into my life, and it was amazing. It really was. So we're going to be checking out hard drives, and the main reason I wanted to do this was because I originally was going to put this in my build. Today we're joined by codename Devil's Den behind me, the computer I just put together for my brother. You guys have probably seen the videos. But we're going to be doing a review on why you should have a good hard drive and the performance gains you can actually get from having one. And like I said, the reason that, well, I didn't say, I started to say but I got distracted. The reason that actually came to me that we should do this is because I was originally going to use this hard drive, and then I found out how slow it was. It's old. It wasn't that slow before when I was using it, and apparently that was the last time that I would see it performing not super slow. So now, it had to be replaced. It just was bugging the crap out of me. It was just, I couldn't stand how the speed it was. And it is a Western Digital. It is a Western Digital, so it probably lasted a long time. I don't really know when it was made and stuff. So I don't really know the history of it, but I have had it for about a year, and it served its purpose well up until recently when I tried to install the OS and realized that it was super slow. There was no bad sectors though, surprisingly enough. We didn't get any bad sectors or anything. Everything copies and pastes or whatever, read, write speeds, it's all works. It's just, it's so freaking slow. So, yeah, we're gonna basically hop right into this. Alright, you guys, so first things first, before we start hopping into the actual demonstrations, I want to let you guys know this is not a comparison against hard drives on which one's better. There is a Seagate Barracuda 1TB hard drive in there, 7200 RPM, and SATA 6 and all that good stuff, 64 megs of cache, against this Western Digital Scorpion Blue 500 gigabyte 5400 RPM hard drive. It is not a comparison. We're not doing which drive is better. I'm just trying to show the importance of having a faster hard drive versus having a slower hard drive. And because this one's on its way out and running super freaking slow, it is a perfect time for me to show you guys why you need a fast hard drive. So first thing we're going to do, I have my bootleg beat up cell phone covered in paint. We're going to take a stopwatch and I'm going to push the power button on the computer and see how long it takes to fully boot up. Now I know it's fully booted up when the Wi-Fi is fully connected. And that is basically when I am going to stop the timer, because it does take a little bit of time for the drivers to register and all that good stuff and connect to the Wi-Fi. So once that happens, people love texting me during this thing. I actually just got a phone call and had to retake this shot. I'm not doing it again though. Anyways, so I'm going to power the computer on and start my handy dandy stopwatch. So from power button push, we have takeoff. Let's see, maybe turn this a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see very well. So we have the post screen, which is always nice. And now we play the waiting game. So we're at 14-15 seconds right now. And loading up Windows. So yeah, and this is the Seagate Barracuda 7200 RPM in there right now. I'm so used to SSD speeds. Anything that takes longer than 5 seconds to boot, I'm really mad. So we're booted into Windows. We're loading up the drivers. We still have the little circle going around the arrow, basically indicating that things are still loading in. So we're not going to stop it just yet. Okay, the internet driver's loading. We are connecting, and we are connected. Awesome. So we have a total of 54 seconds. And now we are completely ready to use the computer, completely able to load up a game. So I'll double click on Left 4 Dead 2 just to see how quick it'll load up. It does have to load Steam and all that good stuff. Probably should have used a game that had the hard drive. This one doesn't have Left 4 Dead 2 on it. But Left 4 Dead 2 is one of the games I've noticed loads up extremely quick on this hard drive. I accidentally deleted it off of this hard drive, but it used to be on there. But regardless of it, I'm just trying to get a overall load time of the game was only, about 8 seconds or so, which isn't bad. One game that these have in common is Titanfall. But I already know that's going to take a while to open up. So we can just time how long it takes Origin to load up. Because instead of, loading up Titanfall and having me log in and stuff, we'll just see how long it takes to load up Origin. Because I know that Origin takes forever on this hard drive. And as far as the Seagate Barracuda handles it fairly quickly. And there we go, it popped up, and we are going to wait a few more seconds for it to fully pop up with the login screen. And it's blinking at me. Alright, there we go. So Origin is up right now. It's telling me to activate the game because it's signed into an account that is not mine and does not have Titanfall. So that's Origin loading up right there. Not a problem. So now we're going to shut this thing down. Like I said, we're looking at a 54-second time on the boot up. And, I mean, a matter of a few seconds for loading up random programs as well as loading up a few games. And now we're going to switch to this. Another one, actually, you can do, control panel. See how quick that pops up? Super fast. Super quick. Google Chrome, same thing. It pops up quick, starts to load in fairly quick. Not as fast as an SSD, obviously, but definitely loads in very quick. You also have to take into account the internet's not that fast with this Wi-Fi receiver because I'm really far away from it. So we're going to shut the computer down and put in the new drive and basically see what we got going on speeds for that one. So, yeah. I'm probably going to fast forward me installing the hard drive, just so you guys know. Refreshing. Alright, you guys, so we're going to do the exact same thing. Get this out of the way. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to press the power button and basically press the start button at the same time and see how long it takes to boot into Windows and fully connect to the internet. And then we're going to load up a few programs just so we can see a difference in how quick this thing is. So, push the button. By the way, the hard drive's just kind of dangling in place. I didn't feel like removing the old one. So, definitely, I wouldn't suggest doing that. But I don't really care about this hard drive anymore. So we did get past the post screen faster, which I have noticed that that hard drive gets past that post screen a lot quicker. But I noticed that it also likes to hover at the starting window sign a lot longer. So every drive is different. So we're starting to boot in now. I'm waiting a little bit. Still waiting for a little bit. It'll get there, don't worry. And I think we're connected now. I'm thinking. Oh, we're still not fully loaded in. The icons are still changing. Okay, icons, come on. Load in all of them. Come on, load in. You know you want to. You know you want to. Come on. Google Chrome's still waiting. Okay, there we go. And I don't know if it's connected to the internet because this one thing isn't loading up. So I will say this, there is a difference in the amount of programs installed on the computers. The Seagate actually has more programs installed on it. They both start up with the malware bytes that loads up, and see it's still even, doing the circle thing saying that things are loading. As well as Seagate also starts AMD's driver software, Catalyst software up with it, and this one doesn't. And we're at 1 minute and 13 seconds for that total. So we're already, you know what I mean, like 25 seconds over, or 20 seconds over. So it definitely took 20 seconds over just to get into where we can actually start clicking and stuff and opening it. And as you can see, I click it and it takes a little bit of a time for everything to fill up inside of this, the window here. And in fact, things were still loading up to open up that. So we can open up the control panel real quick. And still pretty snappy, but like I said, there's a decent difference in between the old drive and this one. And we're going to try opening Google Chrome right now. And we're still loading some more. Still loading some more. This is what I'm talking about, guys. And we're finally loading in. We haven't quite loaded the page yet, though. It's taking forever to load the page. I don't know. Anyways, that's that. So you know what I mean. Now we're going to try and open up Origin and see how long it takes to open up Origin. Once again. So the Google Chrome took definitely about like 3 or 4 seconds, 5 seconds longer. Origin, still loading. Yeah. As far as a hard drive slowing down your gameplay, you're really not going to run into that. But slowing down your overall usage of the computer, it's definitely a thing that does happen, and which is why people suggest faster hard drives, which is why they are better. I mean, just on the overall boot time to use your computer, you're looking at an extra 20-second wait just to get in there. And I mean, this Origin login screen took like 15 seconds longer. I will say this, in loading Titanfall, I couldn't load it on the other hard drive because I wasn't logged in. I can load it on this one. Loading Titanfall takes forever because it first takes the 15 to 20 seconds to load Origin and then takes another 10 seconds, 20 seconds to load Titanfall. So it's just ridiculous. The Seagate does not have that problem at all. It loads it up fairly quick. The slowest thing about it is the fact that the internet, we're far away from the internet. But that's just to show you guys, like, it's nowhere near as responsive as the Seagate. Like, I clicked on action and there you go, it popped up, which is like a few seconds behind on the Barracuda's performance on this. Like, usually when you click on this, it'll instantly load up. And even then, this action recorder is just taking, you know what I mean, a few seconds to load in. All the videos are still loading in on here too. And that just goes to show you guys how much faster it can be. Another thing I've also noticed, transferring data back and forth, copying a file to the 5400 RPM Western Digital Blue, I was seeing an average speed of like 30 megabytes per second, and then I'd hop onto the Seagate and I'd go to transfer, and it would start off at like 100 megabytes per second, then slow down to about 80, 50-ish. But as you guys can see, definitely snappier, faster overall. Just take my word for it. It's hard to see the computer screen and stuff, but just take my word for it. It is a lot faster with everything, read and write speeds. So we're going to hop into some benchmarks, and I'll show you guys the pass mark score between this hard drive and the new hard drive I had purchased. And yeah, it's pretty intense, huh?